Hey folks, we are here today with Ken Schachter, founder of Trapdoor. You see the name up on the screen right here. We're looking at Warp. Ken, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
You guys are done with the game.
We are done.
Fantastic. Oh, Brad Shoemaker's here too. I'm so sorry, Brad.
Sitting behind you.
You are sitting behind me. It's why I forgot.
I understand.
You're in the back seat here.
I forgive you.
For our latest look. Now we've seen Warp in various states
Right.
For a while now.
Yeah.
We're finally getting a chance to show people this game. We think it looks pretty cool. Ken, you want to give us a little premise here before we
intro?
jump into it?
Okay. So Warp is a top-down sci-fi stealth action game with puzzle elements, and you play as Zero, an alien that's been captured on Earth, and you start off and you're in this facility that's underwater. There's some military folks, there's some research folks, and your primary goal is to escape using your main ability called Warp.
All right. Well, let's warp some stuff.
Let's get to warping.
Let's warp it.
This music is kind of dire. It sounds like some sinister stuff might be going on. That guy does not look sinister at all, however.
Yet. Dun dun dun. So how long have you guys been working on this, Ken?
About a year and a half. And we just wrapped up. Like literally, finally passed all the
This is the
final gates.
final build.
Yeah.
This is totally done.
Well, actually,
This game
no.
is perfect, is what you're saying. Like there's nothing else.
It is. Yes, it's being bronzed as we speak.
They're gonna display it in the Louvre.
No, actually, what we're showing today is a cross section of 3 different points in the game. Oh no.
All right. So that's kind of disgusting.
Okay. Well. Okay. First of all, he had it coming.
Yeah.
And second, you don't have to play that way. You can actually finish the whole game without killing anyone. But
Well, someone can. I can't.
that's not how I do it. Okay, so here we have these little upgrade stations, and there's a currency in the game. There's a collectible called Grubs, and basically you can use it to power up all of the abilities in the game. Bunch of upgrades. We won't upgrade just yet, though.
But your basic ability, you see, you've got that little kind of cursor that's out in front of you.
That shows where you're going to land.
And so he can't use doors. Is that?
No, because he goes through them,
But I mean, we all go through them.
Why would you use a door if you could just go through it?
right?
So is that like style points then? He's just like, he's better than doors? He's just like, no, I'm
it just
like,
doesn't
why would I use a door?
It just doesn't matter.
The concept of door to him just seems
It's
absurd because it's like, why, I can just warp to wherever I want to be.
Right.
I didn't realize this was such a deeply philosophical game.
I'm questioning the fundamental realities here. That guy has a gun, so that seems bad.
Yeah. So basically what you could do is, you can kind of peek in the room. The AI will investigate the last spot that you were at. I don't have to kill everyone. You see, I just stunned him by going through him.
Okay. So you don't have to just possess him and then pop him like a zit.
No. And you can kind of play, the way you want. There's no one way to solve. I can kind of grab his attention this way.
But that explosion did not hurt you there. What is Zero susceptible to as far as damage goes?
One bullet. It's a one-shot kill.
Okay.
Here's one of the grubs.
So far, what you've been controlling, guys, you've just been blowing up.
Yeah.
Is there other, perhaps more refined control that can be had, or is this all about just gross myrtleizing?
No. I mean, that's just the way that I like to play.
I mean, I get it. Like, no, I'm not here to judge, man. I'm not saying you're doing it wrong.
So we just passed that first part. This is basically everything we've pretty much shown up to this point. We just went through now. So now it's time for some new stuff. Okay.
Trees.
Yeah. Using our high-end vegetation system.
That's nice. So no speed
great.
tree then? Does you home?
No, dude, it's all
internal foliage
we
technology.
Spent
It's all new code.
Half of the production schedule was dedicated to foliage.
But that's the only tree in the game.
I was gonna say, like 6 months ago when I saw this game, there were no trees.
No.
But now there's like
That's
vegetation
because it
outside.
takes-
There's a tree inside.
Yeah, it takes 6 months to do it.
That makes sense.
Damn good looking trees.
So that's called an echo. And, while you can only warp a short distance, you see this orange line here?
That's
Okay,
how
so
far.
that's how far the echo can go. So you can use it to get people's attention, and they're going to investigate the last spot.
But I'm guessing the Echo himself cannot warp into guys.
No.
Okay.
He's just bait.
So here we have an example of a puzzle that uses Echo.
So if you just went through that door, you'd be dusted.
I can't because it's too thick.
Oh, okay. So that's going through that door is just not even an option.
It won't happen. So, and even if
Now
I
I
did,
bet he wishes that he knew how to use fucking doors, huh?
even if I did make it through that door, these turrets would
Yeah,
nail
just
me.
end you.
So what I can do is, I can use this guy.
So use the Echo to get him to shoot that.
Exactly. And you know, he has a shield. I can't warp directly into him. This represents a stage that's later on in the game.
Okay. Vertical
So-
slice here.
VS. It's the GBVS.
That's what we need is more acronyms.
More industry lingo.
Okay.
So the Echo is able to go through surfaces that Zero himself cannot. Is that what I'm?
That is
That's
correct.
what I'm gathering here.
So now my goal is to go through here, but I can't. I'd get killed by the turrets if I did.
Is your goal always just sort of just traversal? Is there ever any sort of?
Like A to B
But
kind
when
of
you
stuff.
minimize it like that, it sounds kind of.
No, I mean there's a lot to be done with that. It's just sort of I'm just asking as far as expectations
Yeah, I mean, at
go.
the end of the day, yeah, it's about getting out. But
I just mean it's not like you'll get to a point where it'll be like collect 5 paint cans or
no.
some dumb. I'm building up the traversal thing, man. I'm making that sound good. Not padding out with other dumb stuff.
All right.
This is positive.
So at some point we'll introduce this concept in the game, not right away, like in the second part. Scientists can't really do anything, right? They can't hurt you. But you see there's a little switch next to the door, and if they get freaked out, they'll hit the alarm, and then a soldier will pop out of that hatch.
The soldier hole.
I like that.
I've seen that movie.
It's here. He's gone.
Okay, so now I'm good.
What is this Martian?
Is there any cost to using the Echo or some of the other more advanced abilities for Zero?
No, there's no cost.
Okay, so it's not limited by you can only do this 3 times in
No,
a minute or anything like that.
Now I know this is pretty dense and we're showing a lot of stuff, but basically we wanted to show you guys all the powers.
Okay.
And this is from much later on in the game. And there is a natural progression. We give people a chance to master all the abilities before throwing new ones at them. This is a new one that we're calling Launch. Mm-hmm. Basically, any object that you're in, you can just chuck it.
Okay, but it keeps you in your position.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
To hurl the thing that you're inside of.
So, and also, for the people who want to play non-violently, they can use this to disable soldiers.
Who are these people?
I haven't met one yet.
I was going to say,
I have not met one.
we're creating this contingency for an imaginary person, the non-violent player. Haven't you heard? All video game players are ruthless sociopaths. All right, so we've got this door that's too thick.
Is that what happened?
Isn't that door too? Yeah, that door's too thick.
It is too thick. So we're going to show a new power called Swap. If I place my Echo on top of an object, I can switch places with it. So remember, the Echo has a much, 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 much larger range.
Right.
So I could swap places with any object or NPC.
So you kind of use this to move these barrels forward. And then,
Well, I can get to places that I wouldn't normally be able to get to. I could throw this corpse. Corpse throwing.
Poor scientist corpse.
Yeah, it seems like an unfortunate fate has befallen some of these guys.
Man, fuck scientists.
In between slices.
I died.
Come back.
Rise.
What's the checkpointing like here?
Well, yeah, it's not that far.
Kind
We're
of
good,
in between,
right?
in between
Yeah.
puzzles, it looks like.
They are frequent.
Yeah.
They are not in the annoying territory.
It's not necessarily every door.
No. So I can... These little mines keep on growing back once they're activated.
So you kind of got to hustle once you
Yeah.
set them off here.
and you'll see there's a little grub.
Oh yeah. Take that door.
You're really hooked on the door thing.
You know, you think about it, it's the question of like, what would a chair look like if your knees bent the other way? Like, what would your perception of doors be if you could just warp to wherever you want?
Exactly, but that was part of the inception point of the game was, what if walls didn't matter?
I mean, it's one of those things where, the logic to this creature is very apparent of how to do these things because that's just how he moves.
Right.
It's your dumb human brain having to figure that out and think like Zero. That's where the challenge comes from.
I'm going to get an upgrade.
All right, what are you upgrading here?
Swap launch.
Okay.
This is pretty cool.
So it's combining the two into one ability?
Yayer. So basically, before you needed an object
Right.
to chuck. Now you can just self-chuck. And anything it hits, it instantly switches places with.
Well, astral projection. So then you could do this through surfaces if you so desired.
Yes. Let's do that.
I was going to say that thing looks like it's
So
about
this
to
is a
pop.
puzzle. I need to get to the other side. I don't have anything to swap into. And I got this little crane over here. How convenient.
And this object,
Right?
It seems like that thing was becoming less stable with each warp.
Oh, yeah. That's a bomb. So as soon as you touch it,
Is that
sets off a timer.
Okay, so that's timer based. I thought it was
Yeah.
like the number of times that you warped into it.
No. It's just a timer.
Got it.
So water for our character.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Got it.
I like how he has that like buoy.
So doors, no problem.
Water.
Water,
Problem.
is bad news.
What's he made out of?
Cosmic stuff.
Jello?
Jello's pretty cosmic.
Space Jello.
I don't think you can eat Jello in space.
Okay, so here, this is another puzzle. To get around it, I'm going to have to lower the water.
All right, little contraption here.
Sweet, sweet narration.
It's the sound of science.
And again, these little grubs are everywhere. For people who like collecting stuff.
So is that kind of like your extra difficulty level there is
Yeah, I mean, there's
finding the
lots
grubs?
there's...
Yeah, I was curious, are your upgrades ever going to prevent you from getting through certain puzzles? Or like, are you going to get all the
No.
powers that you absolutely need through just the course of going through the game?
Through the core ability. You do not need any upgrades to finish the game.
It kind of makes life a little more pleasant.
Yeah. I mean, that, like this is...
Yeah, I can see some merit to that.
I bet lasers hurt him.
Let's see.
Yeah. He's gonna fall. Oh, sleepy. Oh, lasers. Alright, so water bad, lasers bad. Got it.
Doors, eh.
So this is actually a special kind of barrel that is impervious to
Laser beams.
laser beams,
Aha.
laser beams and broken dreams. I don't even know what that means.
And these are not timing-based ones either, it would appear.
No. So we do have
Far stabler.
we've got these things called challenge rooms, and they are time-based challenges, and you can go through those and try to beat your friend's score. There we go.
Grubs.
I don't know if you saw before, like on the bottom left, there's like stats pop up as you play.
You warped 100 times.
Yeah. So, but if you were signed in with an online profile, you'd get an instant comparison with your friend's stats.
Cool.
Oh, right on, right on. I like it when you have that kind of that. I guess it's the reconstructed leaderboard idea of contextualizing it and not having it just be the static thing that you go look at of like, hey, chase your friends.
Well, and in general, the game isn't really about. It's not like a Devil May Cry thing. Oh, that thing's called an Echo Mine. That's one of the upgrades. It's like a little bomb that you leave behind. So yeah, it's not the kind of game where you have like combos and stuff flying all over the screen. And
I mean, it seems
more methodical than that.
It seems very puzzle oriented. It seems like there's a certain amount of twitch to it, but at the same time, you kind of thinking out your solution and multiple solutions to a lot of these. Clearly, the violent solutions being the preferred solutions.
9 out of 10 people. But for the 1 out of 10
that wants to do it the other way.
Yeah, they love it.
So Warp's coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, you guys, it must be said, are part of the Xbox house party.
We are.
How does it feel to be? Are you guys DJing?
Our Kid and Play going to be unlockable characters?
Lock the windows
in this game.
We're super psyched about it, and honestly, this is our first game.
Yeah.
And we're just like 15 people, and it's the first time we've come together to make something. And we're really, really excited that we were picked to be part of that promo. Working on something so long, like you're so close to it that you have no concept anymore of if it's any good or not. So we just want to get it out there. We hope people like it. We really worked our butts off, and for us, the goal is that what we want to get out of this is just we want to be able to keep on doing what we're doing and make games.
So I have to imagine then exact release date and price point forthcoming.
Yeah, there'll be an announcement soon.
But soon, and part of the Xbox house party.
Yeah, I think that thing starts in February.
Yeah, it's damned soon. So Ken, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you, sir.
Giving us a look at Warp.